off, just talk about your thoughts of UMass football during the match.
Well, I think it's been in the works for a while, and I think it's a very good addition. UMass is a very good school. In the CAA, they had one of the better programs year in, year out, and I think it also helps spread the footprint of MAC football, into New England, into the East Coast, into the Boston market. So I think it's a real plus and a real positive for our conference.
Obviously, the rumors are that you guys would move to the West, turn side. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's really too early. I think there's a bunch of different scenarios out there, and I'm sure that's something the league office will address in time. And I think we just found out today that they're officially coming in, and it's 2 years before they're officially in the league. So a lot can happen between then and now.
But hypothetically, I mean, how would it affect things and stuff if you guys moved to the West?
Well, it's just, your schedule's a little bit different. Instead of playing some of the Ohio teams every year, you'd be playing some of the teams in Michigan and every year. And, as a coach, you deal with it. You have to play the schedule you're handed. And, logistically, I don't think it would be that big of a difference.
What about your familiarity with UMass from your time coaching in that same?
I've coached against UMass a number of times. When I was the head coach at Richmond, we played them. When I was the offensive coordinator at Villanova, we used to play them every year, and they were always one of the stronger programs in the conference. That they were one of the teams that had one of the best budgets, one of the higher recruiting budgets, one of the bigger staff budgets, and they were always a school that had always talked about making this move. And so I'm not surprised at all. When I was in the CAA and before that the A10, that there was always a concern that UMass eventually at some point would make the move to the FBS level. And I don't think this move comes unanticipated by their conference either.
How exciting is it to think of BG football someday playing in Gillette Stadium?
Well, I just think it helps our footprint and it helps our market. That you now have access to the Boston market and really the entire New England market. And, certainly playing in the venue in Philadelphia against Temple was an exciting experience for our team, and to be able to play in Gillette Stadium is something I think our players would really look forward to as well.
Do you think this might help your recruiting a little bit?
Well, it helps the footprint, and we found it, and we've recruited some good players out of Eastern Pennsylvania the past 2 years. A year ago, we got Tyler Beck out of Eastern PA. This past year, we signed Matt Johnson, a quarterback out of Eastern PA. And the fact that Temple is in the MAC, and there's a familiarity with our conference and the Bowling Green name, helped us recruiting both of those two players. And to now have a footprint in New England, in Boston, I think will help nationalize our recruiting even more.
Adversely, is it adds to the competition with adding another FBS school recruiting the Pennsylvania area?
Yeah, but there's battles everywhere, and I think to some degree, the CAA losing one of their stronger members, makes it appear that there is a bigger gap between the FCS teams and the FBS teams. So I think in a lot of ways, even though there's one more team recruiting, the fact that they have made this move, is a statement that they believe this is a better level of football. So for the reasons they made the move, I think it does actually help us recruit.